Why do we move the eyes? I mean, it's stupid. This is a mistake, wrong wiring. I mean, imagine you have a dream, why would you move your eyes? See, I want to just show you, we have these obvious things that nobody can explain. Now you have the explanation. What is the REM phase? What is it creating? What is it creating? The REM phase. So now we all try to say it together. D-L-E. Okay, good, very good. So now we're getting closer to certification. And see, but it's funny, but it's amazing. You see, this, the great inventions, the great discoveries, they were simple. And because they are so simple, most people even cannot see the significance. They say, oh yeah, of course it's self-evident, yeah. But when you see all the applications, you see it's very powerful knowledge. And so now the differences to other devices, I don't talk too much on it because there's like a whole section on the website. It's called technologies and bioresonance, electrodermal screening, Rife systems, purely informational systems. But what I make a really clear distinction between energy medicine and informational medicine. Energy medicine is everything that uses some kind of known form of energy. Electricity, magnetism, light, sound, heat. This is energy medicine. If it's subtle energy, like maybe some kind of pendant around your neck or some amulet or some prayer flags, yes, this is works, but it is informational. And once you have this difference, you see many devices that are called energy devices are not energy devices. For example, radionic devices, they are called energy devices, but they are not. There is no energy that you can measure, so I say it's not an energy device. Or bioresonance, for example. Bioresonance, also invented Germany like 50 years ago, has the idea, we take the frequencies from the body, invert them and put them back, and that's what healing. Yes. So let's say you have such a kind of that's the signal that you measure. That's what you measure with your probe. Now what is the bioresonance saying, how they work? They say, well, we just create an opposite, inverse signal and feed it back to the client. So what do they say? What at the end comes out? This. It neutralizes. This is the philosophy of bioresonance since 50 years. So what's wrong in this picture? Many things, but first of all is the philosophy. The philosophy, this is an allopathic philosophy, that we just give the opposite and this is healing. Let's say you go to a doctor, you have high blood pressure. What does he give you? Reducing, blood pressure reducing medication. You have maybe high fever. What does he give you? He gives you fever diminishing or temperature diminishing. Or you have a high acid level in your stomach. What does he give you? He gives you alkaline to neutralize. Or you have depression, so he gives you something to make you happy. Or you have attention deficit, like many children. What does he give you? Depressant, Ritalin. This is the world of allopathy. And exactly this is what they had. This is when they came up with bioresonance, this was the high time of anti. antihistamines, antibiotics. So they had some good results initially by creating the opposite. So those people, they said, okay, now we have the idea. We think there's some energy on the body, and we invert the frequencies, give them back, so we do the anti-frequency therapy. The anti-frequency therapy. And they have many followers, yes? And the interesting thing is, sometimes it works. But it doesn't work because of this. Because this is allopathic, and it is not really happening for several reasons. If you ask anyone doing bioresonance, well, show me your frequencies that you take from the body. They say, well, we cannot show you because it's too subtle. They are not, you cannot measure. So imagine they tell you, we work with something, we analyze it, we work with it in this machine, but we cannot show you. Because there is no technology that is sensitive enough to show it. So how much would you believe somebody like this? They say, we have a machine that works with it, that does all this complicated inversion process, but we have no device that can show it to you. Yeah, that's the situation with bioresonance. Why bioresonance works is because they are really not energy medicine devices, but informational devices. And this is something like Bill Nelson, the founder of QXCI. He was the distributor of bioresonance in America. And then he found out he doesn't have to plug in his BICOM, and it still works. So if you plug it into the electricity or not doesn't matter. So that's why he came up with the idea, well, we can do this cheaper. We just give people an empty box, charge more, because then they feel it is more important, more valuable, and we get and the interesting thing is they get good results. Why is this? Because what is happening is really informational. So bioresonance is based on noise. So what you measure with an electric probe is noise. What you generate with the LIFE, the QXCI, the SKIO, the NAS, they all have a noise generator. And then they feed back the noise to the client. And apparently, and actually this has an effect. And why does it have an effect to feed noise back into the system? Because it creates LE. Very good. And this is why people like to get drunk. And then when they are drunk, they make a lot of noise. And they are surrounded by people who make even more noise. And that's what they like. And why do they like it? Because it is a state of LE. Okay, good. See, now you know why people like to get drunk. Now I have a much more advanced question. Yeah, only for people who we have a second level degree. Why do people like to go for a roller coaster? Because it creates. Oh, okay, good.